Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all very well. Welcome to the Citizen channel. It's a regular feature today. It's our little quiz feature, a little bit of fun, all family friendly quiz this on City games, where we look back at a couple of recent City games, and in this episode we're going to look back at the Southampton game on the 19th of December and the Carabao Cup. It's our cup, nobody else's cup, the Carabao Cup game against Arsenal on the 22nd of December. So just for fun quiz, 20 questions, 10 on each game. And yeah, it's getting a few scores. Someone nearly got a full house the other day, but someone, most people do okay. But it's interesting because it's how soon you forget things. So it's obviously questions on the games themselves, plus some general knowledge as well about the clubs we're playing. Please, if you're new to this channel, please push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications if you want to know when these vlogs are coming out. I do obviously City history stuff, I do City present stuff, match reviews, match previews, quizzes like this, and lots of bits and pieces. So if you know any City fans who might be interested, please, if you can point them in my direction, that'd be fantastic. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter. There's some links there below where if you follow me on those, and I also post information on there as well on a regular basis about football. And you will notice on my playlists and on Twitter and Facebook, I do stuff on movies and TV as well. I do little vlogs, movie reviews, TV drama reviews. Even the odd quiz on there as well, and some looks at posters and stuff like that. So if movies and TV are your thing as well, please check that out. And if you know someone who might be interested, please point them in my direction. That'll be fantastic. Right, let's get on with the quiz. You can do it in real time. I'll leave a little bit of a space between the question. You can really test yourself and do it like that, or of course you can just pause it and have a think about what I'm saying and take it. There's some multiple choice questions and true or false, so you can do it however way you want, on your own or with your mates or with your family. As I say, it's a family friendly quiz. I mean, some of the questions are quite easy for all ages, and spot the ball and stuff like that. Right, let's kick on with it. The first 10 questions are on the Southampton game on the 19th of December. Of course, a 1-0 victory for City. Right, question 1, here we go. The Saints, or Southampton, moved to St Mary's for the 2001-2002 season. What was the name of the ground they left? So where did they play before they moved to St Mary's? Just the name of the ground. Nice easy one to kick us off. Certainly for us old guys, we'll remember that if you've been there like me or whatever. Question 2. Yeah, this is a spot the ball. There you go. It's up on screen. John Stone's obviously getting his knee in there, but do you know where the ball is? Can you make a guess from the... Not always where their eyes are looking, I'll tell you that now, as you probably know if you do these spot the balls. That's A, B, C or D. So where's the ball? Playing well, John, isn't he? Right, question 3. This is a new thing I put in now. It's a Manchester City plus Southampton link. So it's somebody who links both clubs. So it's the name of a person. It could be a man, it could be a woman, it could be, it could be anything. It could be a memento. It could be anything. But today we're looking for a gentleman. So who links City and Southampton? He was at Southampton from 1980 to 82, and at City from 2001 to 2005. So which gentleman links the two clubs? Southampton 80 to 82, City 2001 to 2005. Question 4. Yeah, I mean, obviously these games are all on TV now, but what channel was the City Southampton game on, or the Southampton City game on? What channel did it show on here in the UK? That's question 4. Question 5, true or false question. Ralph Hasenhüttl is German. Is that true or false? Ralph Hasenhüttl is German. True or false? Question 6. Who's that? Who's that player with the funny head? Who's that? Which City player is that? Question 7. On the 72nd minute, approximately, Riyad Mahrez came on in the Southampton game, but who did he replace? Who went off? Question 8. Raheem gets City back on track, but Pep demands more what? So what's the missing headline? What's the missing word in the headline? Raheem gets City back on track, but Pep demands more something. What does he demand more of? It's always a hard taskmaster, isn't he, Pep? Question 8. And question 9. Right, that was City's 5th, 6th, 7th or 8th, it's a multiple choice question, clean sheet of the season in the Premier League. So that was City's 5th, 6th, 7th or 8th clean sheet of the Premier League season. That was question 9. And a nice 50-50 chance for question 10. True or false? This is true or false. Southampton's third kit, not the second kit, the third kit is identical to their home with the red and white colouring reversed. So it's identical. Is their third kit identical to the home kit with just the colouring reversed? So if you think about the how the home kit looked, so the third kit's just the reverse of it with the red as white and white as red. Is that true or false? Right, on to the Arsenal game. Carabao Cup. Question 11. Here we go. When City beat Arsenal in the Carabao Cup in 2011-12, it was the first time City had beaten Arsenal away since what year? 69, 71, 73 or 75? 1975. So 1969, 1971, 73 or 75. So when City beat Arsenal in 2011-12 at the Emirates, obviously, it was the first time they beat them away since, obviously, at Highbury. But what year was it? 69, 71, 73 or 75? Question 12. Another missing word in the headline. The headline's up there. Again, this is the Arsenal game. So think of names, etc. So paint in the blank. If you're close to this, you can have it as well. It's obviously it's a specific word, but if you can get it pretty close, you can have it. Question 12. Question 13. This is another City. This is a City Arsenal link this time. It's another gentleman we're after. So, who was at Arsenal from 1946 to 1955? So he's not a young man, this one, is it? And at City from 1965 to 1971. So, which gentleman links the two clubs? Who's at Arsenal 46 to 55? And at City from 65 to 71. I mean, obviously, they could have been back and done other years, but this is just where they're actually connected with the clubs and doing a job. Question 14. Yes, Stuart Atwell, the only but one City player against Arsenal on the night. Do you know who that was? Can you remember which player he booked? Stuart Atwell? Thought he did okay, actually. I didn't think he did a bad job, considering he's a referee. That's question 14. Right, question 15. We've got to spot the ball there, up on there. Great goal, wasn't it? Yeah, but whereabouts is the ball? Obviously, it's probably in the net somewhere, but at what level or whereabouts the ball? A, B, C or D? So, obviously, Jesus' header. You remember, did it go in low? Did it go in high? Where do you think it went? Question 16. Here we go. It's an interesting one. True or false? Obviously, you know about Tottenham's ground and obviously the building of it and where it is located to the old ground. But this is a true or false? The Emirates was built on more or less the same spot as Arsenal's old stadium, Highbury. So similar to White Hart. Obviously, it's not called that now, is it? It's Tottenham Stadium or whatever. But obviously, it was built on virtually the same spot, wasn't it? If you remember, it was corner to corner. But obviously, that had been done also with the Emirates. Was that true or false? The Emirates was built on the same spot as Arsenal's old stadium, Highbury. Is that true or false? Question 17. Nice easy one again. If you were concentrating on the game, who scored Arsenal's equaliser and an extra point within 2 minutes? What minute did he actually score? So who scored Arsenal's equaliser And what minute was the goal scored? I'll give you a couple of minutes leeway either way. So there's 2 points up for grabs on that one. Question 18. Who's the player getting the fair and love there? Who's getting a cuddle off Mr. Torres there? I think it's Mr. Torres. I get my players confused these days. Who's the player getting the love? Question 19, 3 points up for grabs with this one. So let me see, Mr. Arteta. How well do you know Mikel Arteta? He actually played for 3 British clubs. Also, I emphasise British. Can you name the 3 clubs he played football for? Mikel Arteta. So which 3 British clubs? I'll emphasise that, because obviously they're not all English. So there's another clue for you. You probably knew that anyway. Can you name the 3 clubs he played for? The 3 British clubs he played for. That's question 19. Multiple choice then to finish the game. 23 points up for grabs there if you get all these right. And question 20. Laporte has scored all his goals for City away from the Etihad. But how many has he scored? So every single goal he's not scored at home yet. He's scored them all away from the Etihad at the away ground. So has he scored 4, 5, 6 or 7? So how many goals in total has he scored? As that's obviously the after the Arsenal game as I'm recording this. If you're watching this at a time in the future. 22nd of December 2020. So this is being recorded on the 23rd of December 2020. Right, there you go. There's your 20 questions. How well do you think you did? I'd say, within a few days, I would, even though I've wrote these down and checked them and double-checked them, I would probably forget some of this myself. So it's not as easy as you think, is it? But hey, it's only a bit of fun. It's only a bit of fun. Right, here we go. Here's the answers. Yeah, question 1. Of course, the Saints Southampton moved to St Mary's in 2001, 2002. And of course, the old ground they went from that's up there, isn't it? The Dell. I mean, that lovely old compact ground. Well, not really lovely, but traditional. I mean, it's such a quirky stadium, that was. So they moved from the Dell. Give yourself a point for that. And question 2, there it is up there. Yeah, he got his knee in, didn't he? Where's the ball? Well, there you go. It's letter A. So if you said A, give yourself a point. Question 3. Yeah, the link there, he's up there, isn't he? He was at Southampton from 1982 as a player, and of course at City from 2001, 2005 as the manager. So of course, Mr. Kevin Keegan we're talking about, aren't we? I really love it. Question 4. Yeah, I mean, what channel was it on? I mean, obviously it was shown on the wonderful Amazon, wasn't it? Obviously, so such a delay on that. Most people complaining about up to a 2-minute delay on Amazon, but it's probably no worse than other sites I stream from. But obviously, it's not great, is it, for a firm like a big firm like that? Question 4. Anyway, it was Amazon. Question 5. True or false? Ralph Hasenhüttl, however you pronounce it, is German. Well, it's false. No, he's Austrian. Don't ever call Germans Austrian and vice versa. They don't like it. So, not a great lot of love between some of them. So yeah, he's Austrian. He's not German. Ralph Hasenhüttl. 6. Who's the player? Well, it's Mr. Gundogan, isn't it? There, Ilkay hiding behind the silly face. That's Ilkay Gundogan. Question 7. Yeah, I mean, 72 minutes, Mahrez came on, and who did he replace? Well, of course, he replaced Mr. Ferran Torres, didn't he, on 72 minutes? If you remembered that, I probably wouldn't have remembered that. Question 8. Yeah, here we go. Missing headline. There you go. It's quite. You could have a guess at that, couldn't you, if you didn't really know it? Raheem gets City back on track, but Pep demands more. Of course, goals, don't we all? Never mind Pep. We all demand more goals, please. More goals. Question 9. And clean sheets. Yeah, of course, it was City's 6th clean sheet of the season in the Premier League. So, obviously, the answer was 6 for question 9. That was City's 6th clean sheet. And question 10, the last one on the Southampton game. True or false? Southampton's third kit is identical to their home with the red and white colouring reverse. Well, no, not quite. No, the red and white colouring is reversed, but the sash actually goes different ways, doesn't it? If you look at the image there up on screen, the sashes from right to left and left to right. So it isn't. It's false. That's a false statement. It is reverse colour wise, but obviously the sash is obviously on the different shoulder. So that was false. If you said false, give yourself a point. If you said yourself true, just kick yourself for not getting that one. Right, on to the Arsenal game. Question 11. Yeah, of course. I did a little special on this if you've watched my City history stuff. Yeah, we beat Arsenal in 2011-12, but it was like 36 seasons. Previously, there was the last time we beat them was 1975, of course, and then we beat them in 2011. So 36 years between the two. So if you said 75, I'm sure some of you did. Give yourself a point for that. And the missing word in the headline round, yeah, I mean, it wasn't hard. If you said anything, I mean, obviously, if you said arse, you're not having it, and that's rude. That's not what we're after. Obviously, there's links there with Arsene Wenger as well, isn't it? But obviously, it's the goalkeeper. Obviously, his name ends Arsene, doesn't it? So, obviously, a play on words there. Missing word in the headline round, pain in the Arsene. So, if you swore, I think you should deduct a point if you swore, actually. But this is a British newspaper. You're not going to have that in, are you? Well, possibly. Right, question 13. Yeah, good one, this, isn't it? City Arsenal links. Another manager, yeah, I'll have to change it up a bit. I'll have to do players and things, won't I? But yeah, of course, 1946-55, Joe Mercer had a wonderful spell at Arsenal as a player. And of course, he was City's manager and then general manager, wasn't he, between 65 and 71. So yeah, it's Joe Mercer we're talking about. Question 13, the link between us and Arsenal. Question 14, yeah, he only booked one player, Mr. Atwell, didn't he? And obviously it was a bit of petulance from Mr. Bernardo Silva, wasn't it? I think he lost the ball, he ran back and fouled the player. Just a bit silly, really, because I think he's banned for the next game, semi-final of the Carabao, but I'm not too sure about that. I think he is. That was anyway. It was Bernardo Silva, the one booked. Question 15. Yeah, spot the ball. Well, that's a good one. That I mean, I probably wouldn't have got that, and probably would have had to. Even though I've done it myself, I probably would have forgot that after a few days. Yeah, it was in D. Probably not an obvious one of that, I don't think. I mean, you might have found it easy. I don't think I would have found that very easy. And question 16, well, that's a fantastic image up there, isn't it? That just shows, no, it's not quite the same spot. So it is false. I mean, if you think of Tottenham, it was being built in the corners joined, didn't they? You could actually see the corner, the old stadium as the corner of the new stadium was taking roots or whatever you call it, or being built. But yeah, there's a bit of a gap there, isn't there, between Emirates and Highbury? So no, it's obviously now apartments as well, with a centre circle, etc. and stuff. A bit like Old Main Road, where you can go and watch the centre circle. But obviously, Old Main Road, I don't think you're asking $500,000, $750,000 for the apartments. But hey, there you go. Slightly different areas, aren't they? So there you go. Yeah. So it was false. Yeah, it was not built on the same spot. Near as near, but not quite the same spot. Question 17. Who scored Arsenal's equaliser? Of course, it was Alexandre Lacazette, wasn't it? And can you remember what minute it was? Well, it was actually 31. So if you said 29 to 33, give yourself a point. So if you said outside of that, you're getting nothing. So if you said anywhere between 29, so if you said 30, that's a point. 29, that's a point. Anywhere between 29 and 33, but it was actually down as the 31st minute. And question 18, who's the player getting the love, of course? Well, it was Mr. Phil Foden, wasn't it, after his offside goal? But we haven't got VAR, so it counted. Tough. That's life. How many times have we been done by things? But there you go. Question 19. Yeah, that's a good one. Some good images there off of him. Yeah, Arteta played for 3 British clubs. Of course, he played for Glasgow Rangers, so that's why I said British as opposed to English. And he also, of course, played for Everton and Arsenal. So did you get all 3 of those? If you got all 3, give yourself 3 points. If you only got 2, get 2. If you only got 1, get 1. And the last one, yeah, I mean, Laporte, he scored all his goals away from the Etihad. He needs to score one at the Etihad, doesn't he? But yeah, he scored 7 in total. I probably wouldn't have guessed at that. I would have probably thought one of the lesser figures. But yeah, he scored 7 in total. So there you go. Away from, he will score at the Etihad, I'm sure. I'm sure he will. That's it, if he plays. I mean, he might be stuck on the bench for most of the games at the moment. Yeah, so there's 23 points. Let me know what you got anyway. Let me know in the comments what score you got. That'd be fantastic. Hope you enjoyed that anyway. It's just a little bit of fun, as you're saying. See how many points. You can even play it as a team, can't you? Then see every time we do one of these, see if you can better it each time we do it. There's probably about 6 or 7 of these out there now. So, and obviously as the games get further and further back, perhaps you go back and do an older one and see how good your knowledge is if you remember older things. Anyway, thanks for watching today. Please let me know in the comments if you like. There's anything I can stick in there as well. If any ideas, or a little quiz question within the game. You know, obviously spot the ball, and I was thinking of putting the "You Are the Ref" things in here as well, which I used to do on my previews. But anyway, just general stuff as well as the game. So anyway, let me know if you're interested, and I'll do this for now, and I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Whatever you're going to do this day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. Until we meet again here on the Citizen channel, or perhaps you flit over to my film and TV channel. Please stay safe, Blues. Burn the same. Goodbye for now.